Archangel Michael says, a financial door is opening for you tonight, but if you ignore this, your miracle will be given to someone else. Beloved soul, this moment is not just another random message on your screen, it is a sacred announcement, whispered through Archangel Michael's wings, and delivered straight to your spirit. Just an hour ago, something in the atmosphere around you shifted. Maybe you felt it as a soft pressure in your chest, a sudden quiet filling the room, or a flicker in the light that seemed unexplainable. That wasn't coincidence, that was heaven calling your name, nudging your heart, because tonight, a spiritual doorway swings wide, and behind it waits a financial blessing you've prayed for in secret. Michael warns that if your heart turns away from this message, or dismisses it as ordinary, your appointed miracle will be handed to someone else, someone spiritually awake enough to receive it. My child, he whispers, don't let this moment pass you by. I have already fought off 3 blockages, to bring this word to you. You were chosen for this night, heaven is eager to bless you, because something big is approaching your life. The angel reveals that the chains around your financial situation are breaking, but only if your spirit listens. If you are weary of surviving, and ready for change, open your heart. Right now, a divine transfer is being authorized in the heavens. God has spoken, release it. But heaven will only deliver to the one who responds in faith, the one whose heart says yes. Delay or disbelief will allow this blessing to move on, landing in the hands of another by morning. Do not postpone what your soul is craving right now. Michael has been trying to reach you, for longer than you realize. 48 hours ago, the angelic realm gathered and discussed your name. A decision was made, a financial opening, unlike anything you've known, was approved. This is not random luck or chance, it is divine provision, prepared to arrive, when your soul was ready to surrender. And that surrender begins, the moment you receive these words fully. Take a slow breath, let it sink in. Archangel Michael says, your name has been inscribed in a heavenly document, labeled Transfer of Provision. Tonight begins the release, but only if you spiritually agree. Ignore this, and God says, you will feel the void tomorrow. And deep down, you will know that the miracle was meant for you. Something financial has been locked away, not because of failure, but because of divine timing. Now the timing shifts. Michael holds a key, glowing like molten gold, made to fit the single locked door in your life, the one no effort could open before. Tonight that door opens, but heaven responds only to faith. Miracles are released, not to the hesitant, but to the believing. Pause for a moment, this is not just a message to read with your eyes, it's meant for your soul. If your spirit is still here, it recognizes the truth Michael is revealing. Visions of someone quietly weeping in a bathroom, just nights ago, exhausted by the weight of finances, whispering, God, is this ever going to change for me? Heaven heard you, your whispered pain echoed in the spirit realm, and that is why this message arrived urgently. This is not motivation, it is divine interception. If you didn't hear this now, the enemy would whisper doubt tomorrow. God says, not this time. Michael adds, your financial blessing is arriving from an unexpected direction. It may appear small at first, a text, a phone call, a casual conversation, an opportunity you might overlook. Obedience is the key, respond, and the dominoes will fall quickly. Heaven doesn't need weeks, it just needs your attention, in this sacred moment. You have never been forgotten, your finances have never been cursed. They were being observed, heaven was watching how you handled lack, and your quiet endurance has activated reward. Because you still gave thanks in private pain, because you still kept hope alive, heaven now releases what was held. But child, remember this, rewards must be claimed. Windows of blessing are open for a season, not forever. This financial window closes by morning. If your heart opens now, Michael says, a shift will begin, in your bank account, in your work, in the flow of your life. If you walk away, the spiritual gate will close, not as punishment, but as principle. Obedience opens what pleading cannot. Even as you read this, your energy shifts. You are crossing into awareness, that God is near, that angels are real, and that this exact moment was designed for you. This message found you, because heaven appointed it. The heaviness you feel releasing, is not weakness, it is the weight you've carried far too long, leaving your shoulders. Michael wants you to know, you are standing in a threshold moment. A door opens, light pours in, and your life begins to rise into alignment. The shift has started, receive it fully. Let faith be louder than fear. Your surrender tonight writes a new chapter for your tomorrow. You are walking out of the shadows of the old life, and stepping into the radiant path that was always meant for you. Archangel Michael is clearing the way ahead, sweeping away obstacles you don't even see yet, fighting battles in realms you cannot reach. And as you step forward, the air feels different, lighter, freer, charged with divine energy that hums softly around you. That's not your imagination, that's your spirit syncing with heaven's rhythm. Every step you take now is guided, every choice you make from this moment, is influenced by a wisdom greater than your own. Beloved, you will begin to notice how the world responds to this new version of you. Opportunities that once felt distant will start to approach. Conversations will flow differently. People who were never meant for your path will fade quietly, and the ones aligned with your purpose will appear like divine appointments. These are not coincidences, this is the reward of alignment, the blessing of surrender. When you released your burden tonight, heaven picked it up, and exchanged it for light. That exchange cannot be reversed. In the coming days, subtle confirmations will follow you, like a trail of divine fingerprints. A song on the radio, that speaks directly to your heart. A stranger's words, that echo your private prayers. A sudden moment of peace, washing over you, in the middle of what once felt like chaos. These signs are your reminders, heaven is still here, Michael is still here, God is still speaking, and you beloved, are still chosen. The old version of you would have overlooked these things. The old you would have said, it's just coincidence, and gone back to carrying that crushing weight alone. But not anymore. Your heart has learned the language of the divine now. You will hear whispers, where before there was only noise. You will see direction, where before there was only confusion, you will feel safety, where before there was only fear. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your tomorrow, and his message is clear: walk boldly, take the steps, say yes to the opportunities. The season of hesitation is over. The chains that kept you frozen have snapped. You are moving forward, no longer dragging the past behind you. And as you move, you will notice how quickly life rearranges itself, to match your new energy. Delays will lift, clarity will come, what once felt impossible will begin to feel inevitable. Beloved, the battles you've fought in secret have not been wasted. The tears you've cried alone have watered the soil of your breakthrough. The silent prayers you whispered into the night have risen like incense, and heaven has responded with action. That's why the atmosphere feels different now, that's why even your breath feels easier. Something heavy left you tonight, and it's not coming back. Your dreams will begin to shift in this season. They will not only give you rest, but also direction. Pay attention to the colors, the faces, the words. Heaven speaks in symbols, and now your spirit is open enough to receive them. Don't ignore the little nudges, the quiet gut feelings, the unexpected bursts of inspiration. Those are not random, they are guidance placed in your path, so you can follow without fear. You may notice that even in moments that used to trigger anxiety or sadness, there will be a pause now, a divine pause, where peace enters first. That is your spiritual armor in action. The enemy will try to remind you of your old life, but the old life no longer has ownership of your spirit. You've been signed into a new covenant of protection. Michael's wings are your shield, and God's hand is your foundation. In the weeks to come, some doors will close, but they will not hurt. You will understand now, that closed doors are not rejection, they are divine redirection. And where one door shuts, another will open, with clarity and purpose. It might be a conversation, an invitation, a sudden spark of courage, to pursue what you once thought was impossible. Step into it, this is your season to receive, to rise, to live free from the weight you thought you'd carry forever. Every delay was a setup, every loss was a lesson, every silent night was a seed planted for this moment. And now your life will not just go on, it will expand. You will see provision, where there was once lack, you will feel love, where there was once loneliness, you will experience purpose, where there was once confusion. And through it all, remember this night. Remember the exact moment your heart opened, the exact moment the weight lifted, the exact moment heaven said, now. Because life will try to pull you back into distraction, but this memory will anchor you in truth. You are stepping forward, lighter, brighter, unshakable. You are no longer a seeker of signs, you are a carrier of light. You are no longer waiting for permission, you are walking in purpose. Archangel Michael's sword has cleared the path, and God's whisper has confirmed your worth. Take a deep breath now, feel the new life rushing in. You are safe, you are chosen, you are exactly where you are meant to be. And nothing, not fear, not doubt, not the past, can take this moment away from you. For what is coming? That's why certain people are drifting away, why some opportunities didn't work out, and why doors that once felt crucial are closing. It's not rejection, it's redirection. Heaven has seen the version of your life that is waiting for you, and it's larger than anything you've settled for before. This shift requires space, and God is making it. The things being removed are not losses, they are the clearing of the path, so you can walk forward without stumbling over what no longer belongs. Archangel Michael says, you've outgrown the rooms you've been in. You've outgrown the cycles that try to trap you. You've outgrown the labels the world put on you. And that's why your spirit has been restless, nudging you towards something you couldn't even describe. It wasn't anxiety, it was divine momentum. It was heaven whispering, get ready, we're about to expand your territory. And now tonight, that expansion has begun. Pay attention to the signs in the next few days. It will start with something small, a conversation that sparks an idea, an invitation that feels unusual, a moment where your heart feels a sudden pull to act. Don't dismiss it, those are the first ripples of the new chapter unfolding. You're going to start feeling lighter in spaces that once drained you, because the old heaviness is lifting. The spiritual chains that wrapped around your finances, your mind, your emotions, and even your relationships are breaking link by link. This is why you might feel waves of release in your body, tingles, warmth, or even the urge to cry without knowing why. That's your soul exhaling, after holding its breath for too long. You are being repositioned for blessings that have your name etched into them. For months, maybe years, heaven has been waiting for you to open just enough space in your heart to receive what was already prepared. And now that you've said yes, now that you've surrendered the fear, the flow begins. Things that once seemed impossible will start aligning. Conversations you thought were over will reopen. Opportunities you never expected will find their way to your doorstep. And in all of it, you'll feel a strange steady calm, because your spirit will recognize what your mind can't fully explain, heaven is moving. Beloved, I need you to hear this, you are not behind, you are right on time. Every detour, every delay, every tear-soaked night served a purpose. They softened your heart, they sharpened your discernment, they prepared you for this alignment. You had to be stripped of illusions, so you could finally receive the real thing, the blessings that last, the peace that doesn't fade, the love that doesn't leave. Archangel Michael is still here, standing guard, and he wants you to know that every time you feel a wave of gratitude, a shiver, or an unexplainable comfort, that's confirmation he is near. He's guiding you toward the right doors, shielding you from the wrong ones, and ensuring that no harm comes near your spirit as you step into this new chapter. Heaven takes this protection seriously, because your light is about to grow brighter, and not everyone will understand it. Some will be drawn to it, some may be repelled by it, but none of it will shake you, because your roots are now in divine soil. As you move forward, remember to protect this peace. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the whispers of heaven. Create space each day, even for a few moments, to be still, to listen, to acknowledge the divine presence surrounding you. Speak simply, speak honestly. Your prayers do not need to be perfect, they only need to be real. And every time you do, you'll feel that same warmth return, that same soft assurance, that you are heard, that you are loved, that you are guided. In the coming weeks, your intuition will sharpen. You'll start noticing patterns and synchronicities, repeated numbers, songs with messages, encounters that feel orchestrated. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations that the veil between heaven and your life is thinner now, and the guidance you need is always available. Follow those nudges, trust those inner whispers, they are the language of alignment. Tonight was not a random night, this message did not arrive by accident. It found you, because heaven wanted you to know, the shift has already begun. The timeline of your life has bent toward blessing. The battles you thought were endless are entering their resolution. The prayers you whispered in private have been answered, in ways that will soon be undeniable. Walk forward knowing that the old season is truly over. The fear that once ruled you has lost its grip. The lies that once defined you have dissolved. And the light that now fills you is eternal, it cannot be dimmed, delayed, or destroyed. Your spirit has risen, your path is cleared, and your name is known in heaven. You are covered, you are chosen, you are stepping into a life that finally feels like it was always meant for you. And the most powerful truth of all, this is only the beginning. They can't explain why they're drawn to you, but heaven knows. That pull is divine, it's the whisper of destiny, arranging people, moments, and opportunities, in a way your human mind could never orchestrate. This is alignment, beloved, this is what it feels like, when the invisible realm begins to move in your favor. The very air around you carries a different weight tonight, it's lighter, clearer, yet charged with the energy of new beginnings. You may notice small signs first, a message appears at the perfect moment, a song plays that speaks directly to your heart, a thought crosses your mind, that feels like it came from somewhere higher. These are not coincidences, these are confirmations. Heaven knows your faith is waking up, and so it will keep speaking, through whispers, through symbols, through subtle nudges, that only your soul can recognize. Archangel Michael says, pay attention to what repeats itself, over the next 3 days. The numbers, the words, the feelings, they are markers, guiding you to the door that's opening. Do not dismiss them, do not overthink them, just follow the flow of peace, because where peace leads, provision follows. Something in your spirit already knows this is true. That's why your chest feels warm, why your eyes feel heavy yet alive, why your thoughts are both calm and expectant. This is the atmosphere of answered prayers, it's the moment when heaven leans closer to earth, and you feel, maybe for the first time in a long while, that you are not walking this life alone. Someone connected to your next season is already thinking about you tonight. They may not even realize why, but heaven is stirring their spirit. They could be a friend, a helper, a mentor, a partner, or a stranger about to become family. God is orchestrating divine meetings, people are being prepared to help carry your blessing, hearts are being softened, opportunities are being aligned, and all you need to do is remain open, expectant, and faithful. Beloved, you've carried the weight of waiting for so long. You've wondered if maybe the breakthrough wasn't coming. But the reason it felt delayed, is because heaven was setting it up perfectly. There were pieces you could not see, there were protections you did not even know you needed, there were enemies being revealed, and distractions being removed. It was never punishment, it was precision. Now as this shift begins, the first thing you'll feel is peace. Not the kind the world gives, temporary and fragile, but the kind that settles deep in your bones, the kind that makes you breathe differently. Then you'll start to notice the release, the people, the habits, the old pains, that no longer cling to you the way they used to. That's your sign that the chains have broken. Archangel Michael is still present, his wings outstretched, his sword glowing with protective fire. He is sealing the atmosphere around you, so nothing can interfere with what's unfolding. He says, your household is under watch tonight. Every room, every corner, every shadow is being filled with light. No fear survives here anymore, no darkness lingers here anymore. This space is claimed for heaven. In the coming days, your discernment will sharpen. You'll know which opportunities to take, and which to leave. You'll sense which people carry peace, and which carry distraction. That's heaven guiding your steps, because this next season is too precious for unnecessary mistakes. You are entering a time where clarity leads the way, and confusion loses its hold. There will also be moments of surprise. Expect something to arrive in an unexpected form, a call, a letter, an opportunity, or even a chance encounter, that changes your perspective. Heaven often moves through what looks ordinary, to deliver what is extraordinary. Beloved, I need you to hold on to this truth: you are not behind, you are right on time. Everything that has happened up to this point, even the heartbreaks, even the delays, were stepping stones leading you here. Tonight is the threshold, tonight is the turning point. Breathe in and feel it. The heaviness that once wrapped around your chest is loosening. The tension in your shoulders is softening. The worry in your mind is quieting. That is the touch of divine presence, that is the proof that this message is not just words, it is spirit meeting spirit, heaven touching earth. From this point forward, walk with a quiet confidence. Let gratitude guide you. Speak life over your days, and watch how they respond. Remember this night, and the sacred shift that began here. Remember that Archangel Michael is not leaving your side. Remember that God has not just heard your prayers, He has answered them, in ways you are about to see unfold, piece by piece, blessing by blessing, light by light. This is your moment, this is your alignment, this is your breakthrough, unfolding in real time. And as you rest tonight, know this with certainty: your life will never be the same again. Because you've been faithful in silence, because you've endured without recognition, because you chose to keep your heart soft, when life tried to harden it. Heaven has now declared it is your season of unveiling. The things that were hidden are coming to light. The seeds you planted in tears are about to bloom in joy. Every secret prayer, every whispered "help me," every night you stared at the ceiling, wondering if God still saw you. He did, and He's answering in a way that will make even your quietest suffering worth it. Archangel Michael says, I have gone ahead of you, I've cleared paths you didn't even know were blocked. I've stood at the doorways that fear tried to close, and I've marked your life with divine protection that no enemy can touch. Tonight that covering feels thicker than ever. That's why the air feels different around you, why the silence feels alive, why your spirit feels like it's trembling even if your body is still. That's heaven confirming that the shift you've been sensing is real. You might notice in the days ahead, that small things start moving first. A text you've been waiting for, an unexpected deposit, a conversation that opens a door. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. They are proof that God is rearranging your life for favor. And soon the small things will become big things, the momentum will pick up, and you will look back and realize that this night was the turning point. Someone is being softened toward you right now. A decision is tilting in your favor. A delay is breaking. And the reason this is happening is because heaven has chosen to honor your perseverance. You didn't quit when you could have, you didn't give up when the enemy whispered that you were forgotten. And now divine compensation is being released into your life. Take another deep breath, feel that subtle calm wrapping around your shoulders. That is the weight of worry lifting, that is the residue of fear breaking off. Archangel Michael is stationed at the threshold of your home, making sure no old battle sneaks back in to steal your new season. The shadows that once followed you are fleeing, because your light is too bright now. You are not who you were, even yesterday. God says, I am restoring your confidence, I am rebuilding your hope, I am putting strength in the places that used to feel like wounds. And the people who doubted you will see my hand on your life, and know it was me. But this restoration is not just about proving anything to anyone else, it's about aligning you with the life that was always meant to be yours. In the coming nights your dreams may change. Pay attention to the symbols, the faces, the words, they are messages. Heaven is speaking to you in a new way now, because your heart is open to receive it. The divine whispers you once overlooked will become undeniable. Even nature will feel like it's speaking to you, because when heaven marks someone, everything around them begins to respond. Archangel Michael says, guard this moment, protect this peace. Don't run back to what tried to break you. Don't allow old fears to have a voice again. You've crossed a line in the spirit, and what's ahead of you is so much greater than what's behind you. Doors are opening that no one can close. Hearts are shifting that you could never have persuaded on your own. Provision is flowing from places you never even thought to look. And this is only the beginning. The divine timeline that was delayed is now accelerating, and every area of your life will feel the ripple. The heaviness that clung to you for months will start to feel foreign. The confusion that followed you will begin to clear. Even your body will feel lighter, because the spiritual weight has been lifted. People may ask what changed, and you may not have the words, but your glow will answer for you. Understand this, the favor that is coming is not random. It is attached to your endurance, to the nights you chose faith over fear, to the times you gave love even when you received none back. Heaven records everything, and now the release has begun. Before this week ends, expect a confirmation. It may come as a message, a call, an open door, or a sudden sense of knowing deep in your spirit. When it happens, do not dismiss it, receive it, smile to yourself, and whisper, I knew heaven was moving for me. You are stepping into a chapter, where joy will outweigh sorrow, where peace will outlast chaos, where blessings will find you without a chase. And this time it won't be fleeting. This time the shift is permanent, because your heart has agreed with heaven. The angels are rejoicing, the atmosphere is clear, and your life will now begin to mirror the prayers you thought were forgotten. This is your season of divine reversal, and nothing can stop it now. His sword high, and his voice cuts through the shadows, this ends now. You are standing at a crossroads, between defeat and divine victory, and the choice to walk into protection is in your hands. Every breath you take in the next moments, is a step away from the trap set by hidden enemies. The forces working against you thought they had time to dismantle your future, but heaven's timing is always perfect. Right now angels are forming a wall of fire around you, creating a barrier that no weapon formed against you can penetrate. Feel the weight of that shield settling over your life. It's heavy with promises you haven't dared to speak out loud yet, the promise of breakthrough, restoration, and favor. You don't have to fight this battle alone anymore. Archangel Michael fights alongside you, and his victory is certain. There's a reason your prayers have felt delayed, why answers seem to get lost in the noise. This delay was never punishment, it was protection. The enemy's plans to sabotage your destiny have been exposed, and now the full force of heaven's power is shifting in your favor. The people who tried to dim your light will be exposed for who they truly are, but you won't need to confront them, God will handle that in His time. Your job is to remain faithful, to hold your ground in peace and trust. You may feel a heaviness in your chest right now, a tension that screams uncertainty. That's the last echo of the battle, let it go, release the burden. The spiritual chains that once bound you are breaking with every word you read. Your spirit is being lifted higher than you have been in a long time. Archangel Michael is blowing a trumpet of freedom over your life, and with each blast the enemy's hold grows weaker. Look around your life with new eyes, what once seemed like dead ends are now openings to divine opportunities. The losses you mourned are becoming portals for blessings you never imagined. Trust this transformation, even if it's invisible right now. Trust the hand you cannot see, but that holds your future with fierce love and unbreakable strength. Tonight don't be surprised if your sleep is interrupted by dreams filled with light and hope. Those are not random, they are heavenly rehearsals for what's coming. Your spirit is preparing to rise, to walk in new authority, and to claim the peace that's been your birthright all along. Write down those dreams, those sudden bursts of clarity, and the thoughts that don't seem to come from you. They are gifts from God, guiding you closer to the life He planned. Archangel Michael is not just a distant protector, he's your constant companion. When fear tries to sneak in, when doubt tries to whisper lies, call his name. Picture his sword blazing like fire, cutting through the darkness inside and outside of you. Feel the strength of his wings wrapping around your heart, shielding it from every attack. You are not alone. There's a sacred invitation in these moments. You are invited to stand firm, to believe when it feels impossible, to hope when everything seems silent. This is your divine assignment, to hold fast, to shine bright, and to walk boldly into the plan God has for you. No longer a victim of circumstance, but a warrior of light. Do not underestimate the power of your yes to God right now. Your willingness to believe, to receive, and to trust, is the key that unlocks doors in heaven and on earth. The chains of past disappointments are breaking, and the path ahead is being cleared by unseen hands. The ground beneath your feet is shifting, from weakness to strength, from confusion to clarity. If your heart is still trembling, it's okay, that trembling is not fear, it's the birth pangs of a new season. You are about to move from survival into thriving, from waiting into receiving, from pain into purpose. Stand in that trembling with courage, because God's presence is the steady rock beneath you. Remember this, the battles you faced were never proof of your failure, they were evidence that you were being prepared. The very trials that tried to break you, have forged a stronger you. A you that is more compassionate, more aware, and more deeply connected to divine power. Your scars tell a story of resilience and redemption. In the days to come, expect the unexpected. Doors will open in ways that defy human logic. Relationships will shift and restore. Opportunities will align with your gifts and passions like never before. What seemed impossible before is now inevitable, because God is moving on your behalf. Guard this message in your heart like a precious jewel. When doubt creeps back, when fear threatens to return, reread these words. Let them be your fortress, let them be the voice that reminds you who you are, chosen, protected, victorious. The enemy's plans have been exposed and cancelled. The spiritual battle raging around you is turning in your favor. You are moving from darkness into light, from confusion into clarity, from waiting into breakthrough. The next chapter of your story is being written now, by the hand of God Himself. Archangel Michael stands at the gates of your life, sword drawn, ready to fight every battle on your behalf. Trust Him, trust me, your destiny is safe, your future is secure, you have been covered by heaven's armor, and surrounded by angelic hosts. Now rest in this truth, let peace flood your heart. You are loved beyond measure, you are powerful beyond imagination, you are not just surviving, you are thriving. And this is only the beginning. Will you trust that if I revealed it, it was so you could rise above it? Trust, beloved, because your faith is the key to unlocking what has been locked against you. When you hold tight to doubt, you keep the door closed, but when you open your heart with trust, you open the floodgates of heaven's favor. Your yes to trust is louder than any attack, stronger than any curse, and brighter than any darkness. Right now angels are weaving a protective shield around your spirit. This shield is not just a barrier, it is a declaration to the unseen realms, that you belong to heaven's army. Your name has been written in the book of the victorious. The battles you fought in silence are not wasted. Every tear, every sleepless night, every whispered prayer has been recorded, and is now a foundation for your breakthrough. You may feel tired, you may feel like giving up. But I tell you, the moment before dawn is the darkest hour. And dawn is near. The light you have been seeking is on its way, bringing with it answers, peace, and divine connections. You won't recognize the waiting anymore, because waiting is over. This isn't just a message of hope, this is a decree of fulfillment. The shift has started, and it's unstoppable. Your enemies thought they could trap you, but they underestimated the power you carry. Archangel Michael's sword of fire is cutting through every chain, every lie, every plan that was meant to hold you back. You're being released from spiritual bondage, you're stepping out of shadows, into your God-ordained light. And it's glorious. But with this new freedom comes new responsibility. You must guard your heart fiercely. Protect your peace like the treasure it is. Say no to old patterns, toxic relationships, and anything that steals your joy. Heaven is rearranging your circle, placing protectors and removing predators. Don't mourn those who leave, celebrate the space you're creating for greater blessings. Listen closely, not everyone around you will understand this shift. Some will resist it, some will become bitter, or try to pull you back into old cycles. When this happens, remind yourself that your path is ordained, not negotiated. You don't owe anyone your light, you don't need permission to rise. Your words have power now. Speak life over yourself and your future. Declare boldly that you are protected, favored, and unstoppable. When fear whispers lies, drown it out with declarations of truth. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of the countless times God has brought you through. You are living proof of His faithfulness. The battles fought in the spiritual realm are reflected in your daily life. That's why sudden delays, unexpected challenges, and confusing situations appeared. They were tests, not punishments. Tests of your faith, your endurance, and your willingness to keep moving forward, even when the road was unclear. And now, because you endured, the walls are crumbling. Prepare your heart for what's coming. Doors that were shut tight are unlocking. Opportunities long denied are being handed to you. Relationships once broken are being healed. Financial breakthroughs are aligning. Your purpose is stepping into clearer focus. And all this, because you chose to stay, to believe, and to trust. You are not alone in this journey. Archangel Michael is beside you, with a legion of angels, ready to fight on your behalf. The heavenly court is convened, and the verdict is in your favor. You've already won the war that some thought would defeat you. Your destiny is intact, your mission is unfolding. But don't grow complacent, keep your spiritual armor on, keep your heart sensitive but guarded. Stay alert to the subtle moves of the enemy, but don't live in fear. Fear is a tool of the enemy, faith is your weapon. Choose faith every time, choose peace over panic, choose love over bitterness. Now breathe deeply, let the reality of this moment sink in. Feel the power of heaven settling over you like a warm cloak. This isn't just a promise, it's a present reality. Your spirit is rising, your time is now, the person you're becoming is more magnificent than you ever imagined. You may not see all the pieces in place yet, but trust the process. Divine timing is perfect. The puzzle is assembling in the unseen, preparing a masterpiece for your life. Every delay has a purpose, every detour a design. Your breakthrough is weaving itself through every moment of your waiting. The enemy's plans are unraveling, because heaven is intervening. You are under divine protection and supernatural guidance. Walk boldly in this truth, speak confidently about your future, move with the assurance that God's favor surrounds you like a shield. And remember this, your story is a testimony. What you have survived is the foundation for what you will celebrate. Your scars are not shame, they are proof of survival and strength. Your wounds are not weaknesses, they are gateways to wisdom and compassion. When you feel overwhelmed, close your eyes and remember this message. Let it anchor you in truth, let it remind you that you are covered, chosen, and deeply loved. No weapon formed against you will prosper, and no plan devised in secret will stand. Tonight the spiritual battle shifts in your favor. The heavens are aligning for your victory. You are more than a conqueror through Him who loves you. Stand firm, stand strong, stand ready to receive the abundance waiting for you. Your faith has brought you here, your trust will take you forward. And the God who began this good work in you, will complete it with glory. So keep your eyes on Him, keep your heart open, keep walking in the light that no darkness can overcome. The path ahead is bright, the future is full of promise, and your breakthrough, your restoration, your miracle is closer than you think. Receive this word, guard it, speak it, live it. You are a child of the Most High, and you are unstoppable. This is your time, this is your moment, heaven is with you, and nothing will ever be the same again. Now go forward in peace, covered by grace, filled with courage, and overflowing with hope. The best is yet to come. Archangel Michael is moving fast today, and his sword is blazing with holy fire, cutting through every chain, every contract, every curse that tried to hold you back. The battlefield is real, but so is the victory that is being declared in your favor. You may not see all the pieces moving yet, but the spiritual wheels are turning. This is the moment where the hidden becomes visible, where the silent prayers become loud answers. The enemy's plan was to silence your voice, but God is amplifying it. The enemy's plan was to break your spirit, but God is rebuilding it stronger than ever before. The enemy's plan was to isolate you, but God is surrounding you with a new circle of protection, new divine connections, and new favor that you didn't even know was possible. Right now your spirit is being recalibrated. Your heart is being repaired. Your vision is being expanded. You're not the same person who first started this journey. You are more powerful, more resilient, and more aligned with your true calling than you realize. That's why some people feel threatened by you. That's why some doors have been slammed shut, because heaven is clearing the path for a better way, a way that honors your worth and your destiny. You don't need to force anything, or chase after approval anymore. The approval you need has already been granted in the heavenly realms, and now it's time for the earthly to catch up. In the next few hours you might receive unexpected news. It might come in the form of a message, a phone call, a sudden opportunity, or even a dream that leaves you breathless. Don't dismiss it, that is heaven's confirmation that your prayers have been heard, and your breakthrough is near. Archangel Michael is not just standing guard, he is actively opening doors that were locked, removing obstacles that seemed immovable, and redirecting paths that were headed for dead ends. What you thought was delayed is actually being perfectly timed, according to divine precision. You might feel a strange peace amidst the chaos. That peace is not a sign to relax carelessly, it is a sign to remain alert spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Because sometimes the calm before the storm is actually the calm before the shift. Your life is shifting, and when it does, it will be so radical that even your closest friends will ask, "What happened to you?" Your enemies will watch in confusion, because they won't be able to understand how you suddenly rose, without fighting back in the ways they expected. But you and I know the truth. This is a victory that can only come from God's hand. So keep your heart steady, keep your faith unshaken, keep your eyes open to the signs around you. The spiritual deal made behind your back was real, but its power over you ends now. Archangel Michael is dismantling it piece by piece, and what was meant to limit you will now launch you. What was designed to steal from you will be restored tenfold. What was intended to shame you will become your testimony. You have been chosen to turn pain into purpose, delay into destiny, and defeat into deliverance. Remember, you don't have to fight this battle alone. The army of heaven is with you, surrounding you with love, protection, and power. When doubt tries to creep in, speak out loud the truth you've just heard: I am protected, I am chosen, I am victorious. Declare it until your spirit believes it deeply. Because your words carry authority now, your faith is your weapon, your trust in God is your shield. If you feel weary, rest in the knowledge that God's timing is perfect. If you feel afraid, remember that Archangel Michael stands between you and every attack. If you feel lost, know that you are being redirected to a path that leads straight to your purpose. Nothing and no one can stop what God has ordained for your life. In the coming days, watch how favor finds you in places you never expected. Watch how doors you thought were closed open wide. Watch how people who once doubted you become witnesses to your rise. This is your season of divine reversal, a time when the impossible becomes your testimony. God is making a way where there seemed to be no way, and you will be a living example of His power. Do not shrink back, do not hesitate, do not let fear steal what has been promised to you. You are on the verge of something great, and the next chapter of your life will reflect the fullness of God's promises. Stand firm in your faith, for what you are about to receive is not just a blessing, it is a new identity. You are not the same person you were before this message found you. You are transformed, you are renewed, you are unstoppable. Now take a deep breath, and let these words sink into your soul: I receive my breakthrough, I receive my healing, I receive my restoration, I walk in divine protection and power. I am a child of God, chosen and victorious. Say it with conviction, say it with faith, say it with the strength that comes from knowing you are never alone. As you close your eyes tonight, remember that the spiritual battle has been won. The darkness tried to come close, but it was met by the light of heaven, and the sword of Archangel Michael. Your life is forever changed. Your future is bright. Your destiny is secure. Rest now in peace, your time has come, you are free, you are loved, you are protected, you are victorious. Amen.